The celebrations in Jerusalem for the 800th anniversary of the meeting between St. Francis and the Sultan start from historical sources. During the first of a series of days of conferences, the historical event is discussed from both Western and Arab sources. Our celebration has a foundation. It's based on something, on historical facts. We can experience what really happened in 1219. The Christian sources are important primarily because they are very ancient, being the first to mention the encounter between St. Francis and Al-Malik al-Kamil. First of all, we speak of the letters of Jacques de Vitry. He is the Bishop of Acre, present in Damietta, and therefore an eyewitness to the events. Then we discuss the Chronicle of Ernoul, which is equally important because it represents the most concrete situation from the Muslim point of view. Francis meets the Sultan inside a majlis, a tent used for discussions. It was time for confrontation rather than physical space, in which, it has been said, a great result was achieved. The two met, faced and respected each other. But it is from the study of Arab and Muslim sources that a double surprise emerges. On the one hand, the documents do not report the narration of this specific meeting. The history of the patriarchs of the Egyptian church tells many episodes in which Al-Malik al-Kamil had to deal directly with a monk or with several monks. The identification of this monk does not correspond to the figure of Francis, but to a monk. This could have been a point of reference for Christianity of the time within the Coptic Egyptian church. Therefore, it is something extremely positive. On the other hand, however, Arab sources show that relations between the Muslim and Christian worlds were really dense. There was no Sultan's court, no prince's court, in which the so-called theological sessions were not held. There were disputes between the founding values of Islam and the founding values of Christianity. They all took place in a very cordial atmosphere, mainly driven by the desire to know, which is something we very often lack. Because if one is motivated by this, one is also led to appreciate or respect the other.